Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the bell. Alright, so I wish I had my stand. Where is it? Having some, they call this Kung Pao chicken, but it's Banquet Mega Bowls Kung Pao chicken. My butt, way too much for me to eat, but in the middle of making it, and I was sitting there thinking, I just did a reel, you know, these trucks that are just parked in the middle of nowhere and all this stuff, and I bitched about these guys are too cheap to pay for parking, which a lot of guys, we say too cheap, but a lot of guys feel they shouldn't have to pay for parking, which I agree. I wish we didn't have to pay for parking, but unfortunately there's just not enough parking. And about 30 miles south of here, Jeffersonville, or I think it was, there was 2 truck stops that had barely any trucks parked in them. Okay, not more than 30, 40 miles, whatever it was. So why I'm stirring this really good is I put some cayenne pepper in it, and it's got to go back in and be reheated up. Those truck stops, ooh, that's spicy, were empty. Okay. Why is this truck stop so full? Well, we're 35 miles from Cincinnati, Ohio. So we're getting closer to a area where there's a lot more deliveries and pickups going, you know, a lot more freights going through there. So what I'm getting at is, if you know, like myself this morning, it wasn't even this morning, it was about, I don't know, noon. No, sorry, it was later than that, because it was 3:30, because I couldn't pick up till 3 o'clock. So 3:30, maybe even 4 o'clock, I was watching this truck stop and watching the reserve spots go down. As I was watching the reserve spots go down, that tells me one thing: there's no parking here. People are buying reserve spots because they're getting here and there's no parking. So what did I do? Knowing I wanted to get close to my delivery, I'm delivering in Cincinnati in the morning, and I didn't want to go past Cincinnati to come back. So this is as close as I could get without passing my delivery. So what do? Is I click on reserve a spot, knowing that otherwise I'm gonna have to stop somewhere on the way, knowing I can't get close to Cincinnati. Being I wanted to get as close as I possibly could, this is what I did. I hit a reserve spot, because I'm not one to just park anywhere like that. I don't know how people can just do it, and they usually get away with it. I've tried it here and there, and I usually get knock on the door, oh, you can't park here, you gotta move. So I just got to the point of don't even try anymore. Will I do it if it's an absolute 100% pinch, I have no other choice? Yeah. But what I'm getting at is, you know, people might say, especially when they see that reel, oh, well, it's not because they're cheap, they had nowhere to park when they got there. Well, unless you just started trucking today, you know whenever you're getting into a major metropolitan area, there's not going to be any parking past a certain time of day. And if you're going to get there past a certain time of day, you need to reserve a parking spot. That's just the way it is, or you're going to have to park further out of town. That's just the way it is. So I don't want to hear that there was no parking, so they had no choice. They knew they were coming here. It's not like just all of a sudden they're driving and it's, oh, hey, let's just go park over here. Now, you might say, well, what if they're traveling through town and they ran out of hours? Well, then they didn't trip plan, okay? Part of trip planning is figuring out where you're going to stop and where your hours are going to run out at. And if you know you're going to run out of hours in a major metropolitan area where there's not going to be any parking unless you reserve a spot, you better reserve a spot. I mean, that's all there is to it. You can't just expect to find parking. Now, can you drive around these spots sometimes and get a parking spot? Yes, yeah, sometimes, but not this late in the day. I think it's, what, 7 o'clock? 7:30. It's 7:30 on a Sunday night, where a lot of these trucks have probably been parked all, you know, weekend. You know, if this was a Monday through Thursday, you might have a little bit better of chance of just roaming around the lot and somebody leaving to go make a delivery. But this is a weekend, man. Good luck. You better damn well find yourself a reserve spot. And just trip plan better. I mean, I haven't been trucking for a million years, but I know that I needed to get a reserve spot if I wanted to park over here. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If I wanted to park, you got to get a reserve spot because there was not going to be any parking. Are you chewing on your toy, buddy? Are you chewing on your toy? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Is that good? All I hear is nom 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 nom. But anyways, that's my bitch for the day. We got here. All our tires are round. No flats, no low tires. Field caps are all on. Lights are still working. We got our reserve paper up on the window right there. Told you guys your boots do not leave the driver's compartment because you want your sleeper to be clean. This crazy dog. Anyways, hey. Squirrel. I lost my train of thought. Trucking with David H on Facebook. I should name this channel Trucking with David H. No, because I do a lot of other stuff other than trucking. I do Jeep stuff. I do house stuff. I just do just bullshit on lives that have nothing to do with trucking. It's a hodgepodge of stuff. Just come join us. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications. And, yeah.